Hello everyone, this is me Saurabh Avasthi, English faculty of Mount Litera G School, Jhansi. Today I have brought a new chapter for you, that is the second poem of Hornbill, and the name of the poem is The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman. So let's begin with the introduction of the author right now, where the author, popularly known as the Voice of America, Walt Whitman, 1819 to 1892, is a renowned American poet. He belongs to the 19th century pre-modern poetic era. He preferred to write in a free-flowing verse which truly reflected his spirit of liberty. He became famous with the publication of his long poem Leaves of Grass in 1855. His poetry is marked by democratic ideals, thought and mysticism. He is known for writing in a style which is entirely his own. He is a free-flowing verse with no barriers of rhyme or meter. Each of his poems is, however, carefully structured. The use of free verse in long, rhythmical lines has its own charm, though it tends to be repetitive and monotonous at times. So now, this was all about the poet Walt Whitman, and now we will carry on with the summary of the poem, followed by introduction. So here, The Voice of the Rain is a poem that celebrates rain and its natural cycle for the benefit of earth and the life it supports. The poem begins with the poet asking for the identity of the soft falling rain shower. Much to the surprise of the poet, the rain replies to his question, and the poet translates this voice of the rain. The poet narrates about an imaginary conversation he had with the following raindrops. He asks the rain, "And who art thou?" And strangely, the rain answers, calling itself the poem of earth. The rain says that it is born in the form of intangible vapors that rise eternally from the earth's land and deep water bodies. It then reaches upwards towards heaven in the form of clouds, indefinable, vaguely formed and altogether changed. Yet, at its core, it remains the same as it was at birth. It then returns to its origin, the earth, as raindrops to wash away the dust and rejuvenate the drought-ridden areas. Finally, the poet draws similarities between rain and music, observing that the life cycle of rain and song are alike. The song issues from the heart of the poet and travels to reach others. It wanders, and whether heard and enjoyed or not, eventually returns to its creator with all due love. Similarly, rain originates from the earth, and after fulfilling its role of spreading beauty and purity, returns to its origin. Both are continuous in nature. Moreover, the sound of the soft falling rain is in itself a kind of music. So, this was the summary, and now we will continue with the stanza-wise explanation now. "And who art thou?" said I to the soft falling shower, which is strange to tell, gave me an answer, as here translated. "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. So this was first stanza, and now the explanation is, so here poet means to say that I asked the soft falling shower who it was, and strangely it gave me a prompt reply which when translated is as follows. The rain said, I am the poem of earth. And now second stanza. Eternal I rise, impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. I descend to leave the droughts at midst dust layers of the globe. Here, poet wants to say that the rain said that I continuously keep on rising from the land and the unfathomable sea into the sky, where I change to a different form altogether, though I basically remain the same. I fall down from the sky, above washing tiny particles of dust and quelling droughts, stirring life into the dormant seeds. So, like this, that means rain is saying that I continuously work without stopping. And now, the next stanza says that, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent unborn, and forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. So here the poem says that rain used to give life to the droughts, dormant seeds, and then again it renew itself, purifying and beautifying itself in a never-ending circle, day and night. So after this, the poet wants to say that in the last stanza we can read here, for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment wandering, wrecked on unwrecked, duly with love returns. Here actually poet have compared the poem of the writers as well as the rain all together. So here the explanation says, a song heard or unheard coming from the heart of the singer, reverberating all over returns to its place of origin, just like me. Here me refers to the poet, and also it refers to the rain which is continuously working for the fulfillment of the earth, of the nature, and here it gives life to each and everyone. And now here, students, here are few word meanings for you which will make the poem more easier. Then we will continue with the poetic devices. Here impalpable means something that cannot be touched. Live means wash or bath. Atoms means tiny particles, and latent means something which is hidden. And now here are few poetic devices for you which have been used in the poem. The first one is personification, because rain is personified in the whole poem. The rain talks to the poet like a human. Example, I am the poem of earth. Next example, I descend to leave the droughts. Third example, I give back life to my own origin. Everywhere I has been used over here. It signifies that rain has been personified with a human being in the poem. The next poetic device is metaphor. The poet uses a lot of metaphors in the poem. Example, I am the poem of earth. Second example, the voice of the rain, etc. Now, the third poetic device is alliteration. Alliteration means, students, the repetition of same sounding words. Like, said I to the soft falling shower. So here in the same line, 3 times the word S has been used. Now the next example, veins vaguely formed, etc. So here you can see that means in this line that same sounding words have been used in the line altogether. So that's why it is an example of alliteration. Now coming to the question answers of this poem. The first question is, the poem begins in a conversational tone. The two voices in the poem are the voice of the poet and the voice of the rain. Which lines indicate this? So here the answer is, the lines that indicate the voice of the poet are, and who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower. And the lines that indicate the voice of the rain are, I am the poem of the earth, said by the rain over here. So this was the first question. Now the second one says, what does the phrase strange to tell mean? The phrase strange to tell means that it is quite strange for the poet to believe and express in words that the soft falling rain replied to his question. At the beginning of the poem, the poet inquires the rain about its identity, to which the rain replies that it is the poem of earth. So this was second question. Now the third one. Why are the last 2 lines put within brackets? The last 2 lines of the poem have been put within brackets as they do not form the part of the conversation between the poet and the rain. They indicate the reflections, observations, and thoughts of the poet. He makes observations about the life course of a song and draws similarities between the life cycle of a song and the rain. So here, these were the questions for you, for your practice. Now, I hope you must have understood the whole poem along with its introduction, summary and stanza-wise explanation. So this was all for today. Thank you so much, and we will meet again with the new chapter with new video. Okay, thank you so much. Till then, be safe, be at home and stay healthy.